Hello guys, welcome back. We are going to learn the new things in the React that's called React.js API using the JSON server. Like when you are developing a project, you have to do multiple activity like adding the record, saving the record, deleting the record, editing the record, listing the record, right? It can be any kind of data. So for a developer, there will be two things. Either if you are the full stack developer, then you can send your data to backend and you can store in any of the database using any backend language. In case if you are not aware of the backend languages, as for example, if you don't know Java, Python, PHP, you don't know any database, then question is how to make an interactive application where you can store your data, you can fetch your data, you can edit your data, you can list your data, you can do entire activity, but in the locally in your computer only, but still you don't know the backend language. You know only the front end called React, correct? So in this series, we are going to learn total 4 videos will be there. This is the first video. In this, we are going to learn, as you can see, we have written below. First, we are going to implement the routing. Then we will be implementing the how to add the record. Then we will see how to list the record. Then we will see how to edit and then finally how to delete. So completely end to end you will be learning in this, right? So we are going to see that one, right? So again, like if you are new to my channel, you can subscribe it. It's a CRM Software Academy, right? And after that, let's show you, first I'll show you some demo, how we are going to implement and where and how it will be, okay? So suppose this is my page, this is the dashboard, and this is the add employee, this is the list employee. Suppose if I click on the add employee, you can see the content will get changed here. When you click on employee list, the content will get changed here. Again, when we click here, content will get changed. When we click on dashboard, content is getting changed. So for temporary, I have created routing. I have added some static pages. Now we are going to start from beginning. First step will be in the first video, you are going to see the routing. Second video, you will be seeing how to add the record and list the record. Third, third and fourth video, you will see how to edit and how to delete data in the local JSON in your computer. But still you don't know the backend language. You are going to fully based on JSON itself using the React, as well as you can say another API, another package we have called Axios. Using these three things, we are going to work. So what we are going to learn finally, we are going to create a interactive dynamic application based on JSON using the React.js. You will be writing the API, and that API can be get, post, put, edit, delete. All will help you to read the data from the JSON file, and all will help you to write the data in the JSON file, edit, delete everything. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue. So now first, in this video, we are going to implement the routing. Correct. Second video, you will have called add and list. Third, you will have edit and delete finally. So let me go ahead without any delaying. First, I'll go to my code. I'll come to my app.js file. In app.js file, I will be deleting everything. Everything I have deleted. Now in this, let's start from beginning. So first, what I will do, I will import the React here, React from React, from React. After that, the second step, let's create a constant. Guys, this is going to be the functional component. Like you can say hooks based. Everything will be hooks based only. There we will be using the use effect, use state, and then other feature of the hooks as well. Fetch API we will be implementing. So app const app equal to, let's follow the right. Let me come down below. I'll keep here export default, and that is called app. Now come inside. Let me write here call return. Return statement will be holding. Let me keep here, for example, JSX rule I'll follow, and I'll keep here a empty tag. Inside the empty tag, for example, I'll write here for h1 and I'll keep just print welcome dashboard. Welcome dashboard. Let me save this file. I have already run my server. It's running here. You can see. Let me go to the browser and let me see whether welcome dashboard is coming or not. Welcome dashboard is coming. Now, the next step you need to do, you can go to your terminal or not go to the terminal. First, let's go here and create a navigation because we want to add 2, 3, 4 components. So for that, we require a navigation. Let me follow here for li, and under the li, we will be writing some text. As for example, I have written by default college dashboard. I'll write here dashboard. Next, I will keep here call add imply. Third, I'll keep here third li call imply list. 3 menus I have given. Okay. Now for these 3 menus, we need to apply some CSS. We need to write some CSS code. Then only it will look better. See here, something is coming here by default. As I have written, it's not coming by default automatically since I have written some CSS. I'll show you where it's at. Let me go to the my index.css file. Under the index.css file, I have written some code already. I will make it clear. Let me delete this all. And after that, I'll start from beginning. I'll start from beginning. Everything I removed, just only for body, I have given the sky blue color. You can look at here, only sky blue is coming. Let me go there now. I will be following the CSS for UL and LI, and for all the tabs, I will be writing the CSS. Look at here under the app.js file, I have given just UL, LI, LI, and LI. I will be writing the CSS by tag name directly. So I'll go here and I'll keep the CSS for UL. Correct? For UL, I'll keep background hyphen background. I'll keep background color is also fine. We can keep as a some color code has 212529 212529. Just it's a color code. After that, we can keep some margin for the menu. Margin colon 0px. There should not be any gap from any side. After that, I will be using here flags display colon flags. After that, display colon flags. After that, I will be using flags justify as a center. Flags, we have a property called justify hyphen content. Justify hyphen content colon center. So this become for the UL. Let me see what is coming in the UL, whether it's getting applied or not. It should get applied. Yeah, some CSS, some background color got applied here. Let me come back again. Let's write the CSS for UL tag. UL of LI. Those LI that is under the UL tag. I'll give some padding here. Nearly 17px. After that, I will be giving some this one also color and some other property. Color colon white, because the background we are given already white color. And then one more property, that is called list style type. List hyphen style hyphen type as a none. List style type is a none. Why? Because by default li will have dot dot dot. The dots I remove using the list style type none, and padding I given 17 pixel, so that surrounding the li there will be some gap. Let's look into the browser. What is coming? See here, awesome. It's coming. Li got generated. After that, we can write some CSS for ul li hover, ul li colon hover. When the mouse will go to the li, what should happen? Background hyphen color, let's convert into a sky blue. Background hyphen color, we converted into sky blue. Let's look at here. So when I go here and move my mouse, right, background is converting into a sky blue color. Meanwhile, what should happen? The cursor should convert into pointer. Cursor colon pointer. Cursor should convert into pointer. Cursor should convert it into pointer. Now let me go here, and again I'll refresh my page, and I'll see here it's coming, right? So we created the navigation. Navigation is ready. We can give some more space between two navigations. Let me go here. Padding 17 pixel I have given. So 17, and then I'll give 25 px, and again I'll give 17 px, so that the left side will be top bottom 17 pixel, and left right will be 25 pixel. Let me have a look. See, space got increased here. Right. After that, the background color of the body is sky blue I was supposed to give, and it's coming as a different color. Let me change here. SKY sky blue, guys. Now, so you saw for UL, for ULLI, and for UL of hover, we given some CSS. Now see, it's coming, matching color perfectly. Right. Now we need to have a block where we can display the contents. So I will go here and I will write a CSS for container. I'll write a CSS called container. We can create a class here. Container. Inside the container, we can give, like you can say, width should be somewhere 80%. After that, minimum height also you can give something. Mean height we can give somewhere 350 pixel. Then we can give background is a white color completely, because already background of the screen is blue. Background color we can give as a white. After that, there should be some padding as well. 10 pixel I given. Now after that, this container should come in the center. For that, we can give margin colon auto. Right, auto should be small only. Right. After that, there should be little. So let's see how it look. First we wrote this much. We can have a look here. Okay, but we have not given a still. Right. Okay. So I'll go to the. Let's complete the CSS part first. There should be some padding. Padding we given already. After that, let's keep some border hyphen radius somewhere 10 pixel. After that, we can give little padding hyphen bottom as well. Little more padding from bottom, somewhere 40 pixel. So content will not overlap. It will go right. So this is done. Now after that, I'll write here one CSS for H1 and H2. So whenever we use the H1 and H2, their color should be in white color, and it should appear by default text hyphen align. Text hyphen align. Text align should be in center. Text align should be center. Font size we have not modified anything. Font size remains same. Just we put as a color and text align as a center. So we got a container. Now let me go to the app.js file. In app.js file, after this UL tag, I will follow a division here, and inside the division, I'll write here class name equal to container, because in the JSX we don't have anything called class, we have called class name. Now let me write here call by default h1 as a welcome home, welcome home. Let me save the file and let's look into the browser. I'll go here and then you can see it's coming, right? Now before this container, there should be some space. You can see here it's touching completely up. So we want to give some space here. So I'll go to the again CSS file, index.css, and I'll write inside margin hyphen top somewhere 30 px, so that from top the container will leave on the top 30 pixel. So this is saved. Let me refresh. You can see here the space got applied. Exactly what design was in the beginning, same thing is coming now. Correct? So hope you saw this. So this design is ready. Now what should happen when we click on any of the link? When we click on any of the link, here the content has to change. According to click, the pages has to change here. That's called as a routing. Okay. So let me go to the now terminal. We have to install some extra packages, then only routing will get applied. Okay. So you can make a note and you can install as well while implementing. What we need to install? We need to install npm install react hyphen router hyphen DOM. Let's install that. Npm install react hyphen router hyphen DOM. This react router DOM has a collection of multiple things together. You are going to help it. It is going to help you for the linking purpose, for the routing purpose, and for other things, for use params to implement the hooks and many more. Right? So it's going on. Let it go. Okay, so we will understand again what we have written. We have written here, we have written like, first we gone to the app.js file, we deleted everything, then we imported the React, and then app we follow. I made a functional component. Inside that I follow the UL, and then under the UL I follow few 3li, and then below I follow the container. For container we wrote some class like a container. Division, for that we wrote the class called container. Now next turn to CSS. What we did in CSS, we gone to the CSS. In CSS, first for the body color, we given background is a sky blue. Then we wrote the CSS for UL, correct? Then we wrote the CSS for UL and LI. And after that, we wrote the CSS for UL, LI and hover. Once we move the mouse on LI, what should happen? And then at last, we written the CSS for container. What should happen? Width, height, background, and then margin, padding, everything we applied here. And meanwhile, for heading purpose, we have written the H1 and H2. And for H1 and H2, we have given the color as a white. And then text align as a center. Oh, color should not be white. I'm sorry. It should be as a blue color, because already container is white. So it should not be white. It should be blue color. Okay. So let me look into my browser. Blue is coming. Yes, of course it's coming here. I think let me change to some other color. Orange color maybe. Yeah, orange color. It should look cross color actually. So I given the white, orange. It's look, oh, so it's look better. I see when you are moving the mouse here, it is saying which page you are going to try to click. Like on hover, we have written the background is the same body background, and then it is happening like this. Let me see installation is completed or not. Still it is going on. Correct. So in this series, what we are learning? We are learning the JSON server with the React.js, how to create the API in JSON server and use in React.js, in the term of saving the data, in the term of retrieving the data, in the term of editing the data, as well as deleting the data. And meanwhile, so since 2 pages is going to come in this project, you can see 2 pages is going to come. So I have created one dashboard default page, and we will be creating one page called imply, add imply, and we will be creating one page called imply list. So total 3 pages is going to come, so that we thought like, okay, let's implement the routing. So it will be much helpful and it will look like a completely project on React with the JSON server, right? And this you can show in the interviews as well. And while implementing it, make sure while going through the video, you should implement also. Then only it will be much helpful for it, right? Let me see, installation is done here, right? You can see installation is ready here, right? After that, I should close the terminal and let me go to the next level, that is called app.js file. In app.js file, we require to import 3 more components. So let's import that. Import number one, hash router. Hash router, hash router. Second, called root, and third is called link. So 3 things, 3 component we imported here, 3 packages we imported. One is called root, hash router. Second one is called root. Third one is called link. Hash router for routing purpose, root to check which URL you have clicked, and the link to provide the linking. Let's come back now. So here you can see we have followed one empty tag. Inside the empty tag now, I will pass here that hash root, hash root, hash root given here. So after that, let me save the file and look into the browser whether my routing is reflecting or not. So I saved it. I will go to the browser now and I can see here hash slash is coming by default. If I'll remove that and enter here, by default you can say it will go to the hash slash. See, hash slash is coming in the last. Hash slash. That meaning your routing is ready to implement. Let me come back now. So here we have to create total 3 components. One is called dashboard, another one is add imply, another one is called imply list. So if you look at here, if you look into my page, I have created 2 components already. One is called EMP list and another one is called home and another one is called, you can say here called new EMP, right? So I will go to the all 3 components and I will delete everything and then I'll come back. Let me go to the new EMP. So you will be creating one component called new EMP. Let me go inside and import here. Import here called React from React. Now after that, I'll come down below. I'll write a constant. Guys, I'm going to follow the functional component. It will be hooks. Okay. So I can write here new emp lo new imply equal to this one add arrow function, and let me come inside and write here call return. Inside I will return just h1 saying like add new employee, and in the last I'll do here export default new employee, new employee. So this one component is ready. I'll copy the similar content. I'll go to my next component that is called EMP list. I'll delete everything from here. I'll keep the similar content. I'll keep here called employee list. Okay. And I'll keep here called employee list. That meaning I'm creating 3 component. One new employee created. Next one is called EMP list. Inside EMP list, I have added the text called employee list. So my 2 component is ready. One more component I have called home. Let me go to the home component. I'll delete everything from here. I will delete everything from there, and I'll take the static content from the previous file and I'll add here, and I'll give here call dashboard, and let me keep here called dashboard itself, dashboard, and let return below called dashboard itself, dashboard. Let me keep here called welcome dashboard. It will be clear, right? So you saw we created three component: home, EMP list, and new EMP. Why? Because in our project we have total 3 links, so that for each link there should be different page, and that should appear inside the page. For that we require the 3 component. So one we have called dashboard, another one we have called EMP list, and third one we have here called new EMP. Correct? Now come to the app.js file. In app.js file, you require to import all 3 components. So we need to import here. Import here. First, I'll go for the dashboard. Dashboard from /home. Home component, right? Second, I need to import new imply auto suggestion came. I selected, right? Next, we need to add here import call imply list. Perfect. Came auto suggestion. I selected, it's listed. So 3 components I imported: dashboard, new imply, and imply list. Now what we need to do? We need to link here. We need to link here, and we need to write the condition here. Okay. So let's go here, link it first. So I will be calling here the link tag, what we have on the top. Link to only slash, then link to only slash, then it will be called as a dashboard. Okay. Now let me keep the same content here, and I'll change the text, and I will be changing the text here, right? Inside that, you will be writing here call add new imply, right? You will be adding here call imply list, and here slash, you can say new EMP, and here we can say EMP list. So 2 paths I created. 2 paths is how I created here. One is called new EMP, another one is called EMP list, right? Now below at this place, we are going to write the condition. What is the path? If the path is new EMP, then call the new EMP component, new imply component. If the path is EMP list, then call the imply list component. Okay, so let's go here and add here call root exact space path equal to only slash, then call the component equal to dashboard component, right? After that, we have 3 more paths. That is the one is, if the path is, you have written here new EMP, just new EMP. If the path is new EMP, then load component called new imply component. New imply component. Let's come down below again, write the next path. Next path is this one, EMP list. I will write here called EMP list, then call the employee list component. Employee list component. So you saw we have given the condition, we have given the path here, we have given the path on the top, and we given the condition below. Saying like in a browser URL, if after has only slash, then call the dashboard. In browser URL, after slash, if you have new EMP, then call the new employee component. In the browser URL, if after the slash you have EMP list, then call the employee list component. So we have made this ready. Let's go and test now. So I'll go here and let's test it. Oh, so this is coming here. Let me click. Now, perfect. It is changing here URL. Content got changed. When I click here, you can see content got changed. When we click, right, changing. You can see browser URL is getting changed here. Browser URL is getting changed and content is also getting changed. We will write some CSS for this text. Okay, so let me go there under the CSS file. Under the CSS file, I have already written a class in the last that is called text white. I have written a class called text white. We can call that text white class and it will, okay, classes are not there. Let me write a class here called dot text hyphen white, text white. Inside color, I'll keep as a white color and text hyphen decoration, we can keep as a none. And after that, font hyphen weight, I'll keep bold, right? So this become a class text white. This text white class we have written, we are going to call here, so that by default link will be highlighted. So let me come to the app.js file again. And for link, we can call a class here, class name equal to text hyphen white. Below also class name equal to text hyphen white. And below also we can write the same class, we can add here again text white. So now what will happen, the link tag what we have used, it was like as a hyperlink itself, so that it was coming as a underline and blue color. Now let's go to the browser and let's see how it look. Awesome. You can see this become as a perfect. When we are clicking on that, you can see content is changing here, right? Content is changing below. Bold is a little not looking better. Let me remove the bold. Yeah, font weight I removed. Now it's without font weight, it's look perfect. So hope we understood the flow. Let me revise you again. Number one, we have written some CSS under the index.css file that you can, while going through the browser, you can see one by one and you can write it. Then we come to the app.js file. We design a layout for the menu and we design a division for the content. Under the division, we wrote the root condition we wrote, and that we called here on the top. And we have installed also React npm install React router DOM that you can see from the video. You can pause and see where is that, or this you can install directly. React router DOM. After that, we created three component: home and the new employee list, and then we added the condition here. And then after, when we go on and click somewhere, click on the link, you can see pages are coming here, right? So this happened the routing part. In this video, we completed with the routing. Now next video, in the same series, you will see how to add an employee, and that employee will go to the JSON server. And again, once we click on employee list, how to fetch the data from JSON file. I'll show you the sample of the JSON file, how that look. Look at here. I have a API folder here, JSON API. Inside, I have created a file data.json, and under the data.json file, you can see I have an employee object. Inside we have lot of data here, and similar way project we have, salary we have. So all the data we will be storing under the file system directly under the JSON file, and using the JSON server we will be able to read the data from here. We will be able to write the data from in this file only, but that will be coming under the next video. So hope you enjoy this, and I'll suggest you in the last again, CRM Software Academy. You can subscribe. It will be helpful for you because we are completely professional people and we are creating the videos daily new on the new feature of the React, and it will be help you guys a lot for your career. Whenever you want to have a look into the any kind of topic, you can come to our channel and you can browse any whichever the topic you need. You can search, and after that you can go through and you can implement. It will be helpful for you for always, right? So again, thanks for watching, and please subscribe the channel. Let's see in the next video. There we are going to implement the JSON server and everything. So by then, bye bye. Take care.